our collective space. Hold while we scan your ship. And that's it. Enjoy that Aquila City air.
I would not mind stopping at the Laredo storefront. I appreciate their craftsmanship.
If you're looking to say,
You'll have it tech free?
take care of you.
That's not a problem. And your string here.
Yes. Can I get an invoice?
What'd you need one of those for?
Corporate policy.
Hey, what can I do for you? Sure thing. We'll get it fixed up. Good as new. Okay, no problem. Is it okay if I just write it on a notepad?
As long as it's written in sight. I know Aquila City rather well.
Hold it.
Perhaps better
By
than
order
I
of
would
Marshal Daniel Blake, I need to inform you we've got some trouble at Gal Bank. Folks might be in danger, so you may want to steer clear. I guess that'd be the Marshal's call. Frankly, it ain't going well. Looks to be a stalemate. Maybe a little outside help would do some good.
You stay where I can see you, Marshal. Everyone stays in front of the building, you got me? If you make a move toward the building, a hostage dies.
You planning to tell me your demands at some point?
You find someone we can trust, and maybe we will.
Around here is a joke.
Like who?
Not you, not one of your rangers, and not these city guards, neither.
What the hell am I supposed to do with that?
You need to stand back now. I don't mean to be rude, but I don't know you. Now please, stand back. I wish I could say you were wrong, but I'm backed into a corner here. Some folks from the Shaw gang tried to rob the place, but they got spotted by a guard. They took everyone inside hostage, and now they're keeping a watch so we can't move against them. They're using the intercom to communicate. They won't talk to me. Say they don't trust the badge. They want a neutral negotiator. In other words, they didn't have a plan for this, so they're stalling while they come up with one. It might come to that, but first I just want you to talk to them. Find out what they want, and then report back to me.
Choose your words carefully. You do not want to make things worse.
Hey, you in the bank. I'm sending in a negotiator, so... Don't shoot.
Hands where I can see them. And don't try
The
nothing.
Shaw gang's making fools of us all.
You're the negotiator, huh? If you think you're just gonna walk up here and get us to surrender, you're dead wrong. It's Jed. Jed Bullock. Well, ain't you polite? So tell me, stranger, how do I know you're gonna deal straight with us? Yeah, well, the Marshal can think what he wants. I'll make my own mind up. They talk too damn much. Complain about everything. But as much as we'd like to, none of us has shot one yet. We want to guarantee a safe passage to the spaceport and a ship. We'll drop the hostages off somewhere safe in the system. After that, we'll radio back where they are, and the Marshal and his crew can come and get them. But if anybody follows us when we break orbit, we start shooting people. Got it? What, you think we want to stay locked up in here? Hell no! Then persuade the Marshal that it ain't. This whole damn job's gone wrong. It was supposed to be just a quick hit. Clean and simple, you know? So let's all try to keep our heads, yeah? Because my guys, they're going crazy in here. I don't know how much longer we can last. You do that.
You've got my girlfriend.
I heard every word.
She's hurt.
He's talking too loud. Sign of fatigue. All that fear and exhaustion are taking a toll. They're not thinking straight. That puts us in a very precarious position. I appreciate your idealism, but there were only ever two ways this could end. You've already ruled out one of them, so that leaves us with only one option. We have to free the hostages by taking out their captors. Problem is, they're keeping me and the guards in sight at all times. If we try to move against them, they'll see us coming. You'd be willing to do that? You've got guts, that's for damn sure. I can't deny that you're right, though. They might not see that coming. Now, I see two ways we can play this. You could ask to see the hostages. Once you're inside, you can make your move. If you're quick, I think you can take them out before they have a chance to respond. But you'll have to shoot to kill. There's also a back door. Most of their attention's focused out front here, so they may not be watching it as closely. This key should unlock it.
I'm sure everything will turn out just fine.
Watch out, there's somebody else here.
Thank you so much. Now I have two heroes, Solomon Coe and you.
We owe you everything.
I hope the Marshal gives you a big... Stop, in the name of the law!
Son of a bitch! Come on!
That was incredibly brave of you.
You really bailed the Marshal out.
Not
Shame on
exactly
him
the
for using a
finest
civilian
hour
to
for
push his
Aquila
dirty
City's
work.
guards. You practically did their job for them.
They've got the Marshal by the balls. I heard the fight. The hostages, are they safe? Is that so? Shame it had to come to that. But you got the job done and saved lives. Here, you've more than earned this. You got us out of a tough spot, and you did it with courage that's not common. As a matter of fact, you might just be Freestar Ranger material. If you're interested, head on over to the Rock and ask for Emma Wilcox. She handles the new recruits.
Shimon, well done. Well done indeed.
Marco! Are you alright?
Higher than normal gravity here. Take care not to overexert yourself.
We'll take it from here.
So you want to come here for a half day?
Everything you see here is a piece of Aquila City's history. I have artifacts that date all the way back to the time of Solomon Coe himself. Aquila City was founded over 150 years ago by Solomon Coe, a scientist and explorer from Earth. Along with other settlers, Coe built the structures you see in the part of the city we call the core. Those proud buildings still stand today. The planet was dangerous, so they built a wall around their settlement. Eventually, they ran out of space and started building outside the wall. There were so many buildings that they had to build another, larger wall, forming a second outer ring around the growing city. Of course, the city didn't stop growing, and before long, the third wall, the outer wall you see today, was constructed. Today, Aquila City is the proud capital of the Freestar Collective, and the Council of Governors continues to meet here when they need to. Very well. People are proud of their history here, so we get more visitors than I was expecting. So it gets pretty busy here, especially with school field trips. Most people know Solomon Coe as the founder of Aquila City and the father of the Freestar Collective. He was an astrophysicist who lived on Earth in a place called Wyoming. Solomon was born around the time people first started living in space. Later in life, he designed starships, and when Earth was in peril, those ships helped to save humanity by taking them to new homes in the stars. Absolutely. During the Great Exodus, Solomon came to this world. He named our star Cheyenne, which was also a place on Earth, and gave Aquila its name too. He and some others built the settlement that would go on to become Aquila City, and his descendants still live here today. There are some things I would kill to have. I mean, wait, not literally. But I would pay a lot for. You see, the Coe family lost a treasure trove of old historic documents ages ago, and those documents would be priceless to have here. Well, all of them were owned by our city's founder, Solomon Coe. He's more than that, really. He's one of the greatest heroes of the settled systems. These documents would be, like I said, priceless to the museum and to our guests. Their absence pains me. Jacob Coe and I have talked at length, and his great-grandfather was a troubled man. He sold off various historic documents to cover debts. They could be anywhere. If you find any of that trove of documents, I will pay dearly for it. Thank you. Think of the future generations that could benefit from seeing such important history. That is not something I expected to hear today. I assume you're somehow associated with the United Colonies? I've received some odd messages of late. Several that bordered on being incomprehensible. Honestly, I thought it was some kind of strange prank until now. A bunch of gibberish about dire consequences and frequency modulation and genetic reconstruction. It all came across as rather unhinged. Well, I'm afraid you've wasted your time because I'm not authorized nor particularly inclined to release any of our pieces. That includes 100-year-old tree branches. Sorry, but it's staying in storage. Welcome to the Coe Heritage Museum. I offer a brief tour, and I'm happy to discuss the city. I hear what you're saying, but I'm afraid it's out of the question. I'm no fan of the UC, but I still don't want anyone to get hurt. Now you're just trying to confuse me. It's a dead branch, and it belongs to the museum. Handing over that branch is starting to look pretty good. I can't believe I'm doing this. Please return it in one piece.
Could I get the digital copy of the thing I buy?
Not many people do.
I really feel like this is our gear.
Can you even read Jim's inventory?
You need a magnifying glass for it.
It looks like we're down 2 crates of food.
So we're gonna have a house swap? Carrots are coming in nice. Still have some.
Any damage?
No, just some graffiti. We cleaned it right up.
A mirror wolf at the Low House could really use someone helpful like you.
Again.
She helped with the bank robbery. I'm sure she'll help us.
Stranger!
QC can't be that
I'm pleased
bad,
you chose to
can it?
visit us today. Here's what I have in stock right now.
So we had to clean up the graffiti on the range again. Why don't we just close it down?
Mr. Wright's gonna be looking
Council of Government.
Aquila City has what we need. Have you paid a visit to Miss Castler in Aquila City? Yes, yes, of course. I'll see that it is returned to her in one piece. Well, perhaps minus a few shavings. Now, I just need a moment to analyze this and synthesize an audio response to our friend here. All right, so we'll feed in a sample. Now the program will incorporate the genetic and chemical makeup of the sample, extrapolating the size and structure of the original tree. This was put together rather hastily, so complete accuracy is impossible. But I'm hoping it's enough. And there it is. Our best hope for a positive solution to this mess. So, we now have a simulated response to our tree. All that's left is to play it. An excellent question. I have been wondering myself. I've been forced to listen to this SSNN kiosk chatter incessantly this entire time. I think it could be put to better use. We don't have time to go through the proper channels, but if you can find a terminal and get this uploaded into their system, it might do the trick. You're right. There's a chance that there could be some minor adverse side effects, but none would be life-threatening. We won't play the broadcast loud or long enough to cause any major or permanent damage to humans or other organic life. And aside from that, if we don't calm this tree down soon, well, I fear that the vibrations it's emitting will eventually reach such strength it could severely damage our internal organs. Then I fear all this hard work will be for naught. I would hate to see this tree come down, but we may be out of options. Perhaps, but desperate times, and all that. Certainly, if you have some other option, by all means, take advantage of it.
It is still odd to me. All of this effort over saving a tree.
Saving this tree could also save lives. We have to do this for the good of New Atlantis. I have no doubt that you will.
Surprising news of record profits for their latest fiscal quarter.
David's my friend. He writes me.
I hate to break it.
I am glad there is still a reliable source of news in the circuit systems, though. it often travels significantly slower than light.
I'm so excited to see Tony afterwards.
Gorgeous weather today, huh?
We've done it! I'm already seeing reductions in the strength of the vibrations. The tree is calming down. I can hardly believe that worked. I don't know. We've been in uncharted territory this whole time. That doesn't stop now. With the immediate crisis hopefully over, I can slow down and review everything we've learned. And certainly, I'll be keeping a much closer eye on our friend going forward. And you have saved this tree and advanced our scientific knowledge of our environment. Noble work across the board. You have my gratitude and that of every citizen in New Atlantis, though they don't know it.
Bad news for the League of Independent Settlers, or LIST. A prospective colonist family used LIST to find
told my parents that there aren't.
Thanks for choosing Terra Brew. What can I get you?
Telling them I am a
Corporate policy requires me to state that everything Terra Brew offers is my favorite.
Managed to make a premium cappuccino, double dairy, and no whip.
My colleague has an amazing relic in his possession.
Make
A
whatever it is
spoon
you just
recovered
said.
from Earth.
Because this place is a
So envious.
What you asked me to do.
Here one moment, gone the next. I tell you, you must cherish.
There's a mop in the back. See if
Thank you. I appreciate that. You see, I lost something invaluable. Lost it in a bet. It was a gem. Priceless, no doubt. And it's that scoundrel George St. George has it in his possession now. And that is something I simply cannot do. I must have it back in my possession at once. St. George, like myself, is a collector of trinkets and relics from Earth. I have in my possession a plate that I'm sure he won't be able to live without. Please, would you be my hero and go exchange the plate for the jewel? I'm sure it will work. Oh, God, no. I could never face him myself. I'd be sick just at the sight of him. St. George would never give the gem back if I went myself. He would gain a smug satisfaction from declining the offer. Fantastic! Here's the plate. Come back to me when you have the gem, and please don't drop it. Oh, where are my manners? My name is Guillaume, by the way. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I can assure you with near certainty he won't decline. As much as I hate to say it, St. George and I are cut from the same cloth. We both adore relics from Earth, no matter how large or monetarily valuable they are. They are a piece of human history, and that means a lot to us both. It pains me to part with the plate, but I happen to have a few others in my collection. If it means sacrificing one to get the gem back, I will. Yes, I've been blessed to call New Atlantis home. When I was a younger man, I would travel the settled system, but out of all the places... not by profession. I work out of the Valberg building. Alas, recently my luck, but I'm glad you understand. Lady Luck can be a cruel mistress, but... I collect all sorts. Gems, novelties, old Earth trinkets. Anything and everything that has some sort of value, monetary or otherwise. One of my favorite possessions. You'd be amazed what people will wager in a bet. I've won... My collection, as it stands, is quite valuable, and so... Take care.
Outrageous.
nothing wrong with a simple bet. Well, as long as you win.
What? No, just, do I look like a barista to you? Could you please bother someone else? Not now. Can't you see how busy I am?
Gotta call, someone's power
If
kept
you've
going
got a
out.
problem with me, just say it. I don't want any of this past.
Hey! Hey, you! You have a minute? I need to talk to you.
Yeah, well,
You're the one that was on. You flew in on the, Excellent. So, Tommy Bitlow, SSN, it's true, right? Oh, this is great. Great. There's credits in it for... Everyone knows David Barron, but Nadia's in charge of all the research. She's... Just share what you want. Just go to the SSN and keep it up, Tommy.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay, no bounty. You're clear. Enjoy your visit.
You didn't hear this from me, but was it going to work there?
Can I help you with something?
Hello and welcome to Terra Brew. Hi there. Welcome to Terra Brew. How can I help you? Corporate policy requires me to state...
Bright minds of the future. Apply today at the nearest kiosk. Are you working toward that next technological leap? Then let Ryujin Industries help you get there.
Hi. How you doing?
Welcome to SSNN.
Do you have a story for me or not? Welcome to SSNN, where the news never sleeps. If you're part of the David Barron fan club, try not to inflate his ego too much. He's liable to burst. Sounds like you know him personally. Let's take a look at you. You're not from around here. My guess is you really work for a living. I bet you have a story or two. I have a feeling about such things. Tommy? Tommy did something useful? So you must be the captain of the... Frontier? Rumor is there was a firefight at a mining installation. I'm interested only in primary sources. So things you've seen and or done that are newsworthy. No hearsay. So, what do you got for me? You certainly get around. I'm surprised that branch has any customers left, the number of times it's been held up. But I thought the Rangers had finally managed to get a handle on it. I heard there was a standoff. That true? I hear the robbers are provided free of charge. All part of the service. What happened to the robbers? The Shaw gang? Wait, what? You cleaned them out? Jesus. I'm sorry, but I might have to dig up some witnesses to confirm that. Anyway, these things are often messy. Any customers or Galbank staff get hurt? That's really good news. Usually, well, it's a different kind of story. You were there. You were involved in resolving it. Any comment on the Freestar Rangers? Having another high-profile robbery in their own backyard is a bit of a black eye. Huh. That's really good to know. Stories like this always fire up public outrage and appetite. Thanks for the interview. And take this. My source is back. Here to report anything else? Looks like some Crimson Fleet brainiac figured out it's easier to hit stationary targets than dogfighting in the field. And you are an eyewitness with the courtesy to find us instead of being chased down. Refreshing. So what were the pirates doing there? It's not their usual MO. Bad blood between the fabled Constellation and the Crimson Fleet? Has all the markings of what we in the SSNN call a story. So what's your role in all this? Part of a tour group? Huh. I didn't realize Argos Extractors hired such capable crew. So we've covered the basics. How about any harrowing tales of daring do? How'd a bunch of miners triumph?
Huh. Sounds like a good outfit. The heroic miner is a good angle. This is a good local story. Plucky miners band together and punch above their weight. If you ever get more stories like this, drop by. And take this to cover any incidentals, or other creative ways to pad out an expense report. If you have a new story for me, I'm very happy to pay you. I'm working on an investigative piece about some of the businesses in the well right now. I'm not sure the story will get off the ground, though. I'd probably be all for it if David... Would you really? I'd owe you big... Great. I had 3 interviewees in mind. Teresa Mason, the owner of Kay's house. Henrik Zoran. You don't need to ask too many tough questions. I just want to read on how their businesses are.
I will. Meet David. It's going to happen.